and a great man who has endeared himself in good governance, philanthropic projects, youth empowerment, and human capital development. Honorable Hassan Fulata is currently a serving member of the 10th National Assembly and the Chairman House of Representatives Committee on University Education. The lawmaker representing the good people of Beniwa Guri Kirikasama Federal Constituency of Jigawa State is one of the outstanding lawmakers in the National Assembly in terms of legislative activities, that is, motions and bill sponsorship, contribution to debates, oversight functions, commitment to constituency projects, and other programs.
I have been in the political arena since my student days, since my youthful days, as a member, activist of the People's Redemption Party, PRP, since 1979. Since then, I participated actively in political activities. I was also an active member of the student union in Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, where I was a student. I later also became an active member of the academic staff union of universities, ASU, when I was a lecturer in Ahmadu Bello University. Then I've had a couple of appointments apart from my career as a university lecturer in Ahmadu Bello University from 1986 to 1997, to my sojourn as a public servant in the Federal Civil Service, where I was a manager at Petroleum Acquisition Fund. I was also at one time the special assistant to the Minister of Foreign Affairs between 1999 and 2003. I was also at one time Director Research, Evaluation and Political Affairs of Jigawa State. And now, since 2015, I have been a member of the House of Representatives representing my people. In those years, I was the Deputy Chair of the House Committee on Public Petition in the 8th Assembly. I was the Chair House Committee on Rules and Business of the 9th Assembly, and I'm now the Chair of the House Committee on University Education. These are, in brief, my brief account of my journey to where I am now.
Honorable Hassan Fulata outlined some of the notable bills he sponsored and other activities worthy of note since becoming a member of the House of Representatives. Available records show that all the wards in the 3 local government areas, Berniwa, Gori, Kirikasama, that make up his constituency have at least one project each.
Alhamdulillah, I didn't just come to the National Assembly. I came with an agenda on the aspirations of my people. I represent a constituency that can be classified as rural, a constituency that is made up of 90 to 95% farmers and herdsmen. So I'm essentially representing an agrarian community. So my agenda up initial has been to improve their trade, their occupation, that is farming. I had also, as part of my agenda, to improve the educational standards of the people I represent. I also had, as part of my agenda to bring up my communities to the latest developments in ICT. In pursuit of this, I, through motions, bills, got the government to improve the the inland waterways of my area, where effectively we got the federal government, the World Bank to dredge the water canals or remove uh, typer grass that was hindering the causing flooding and hindering the free flow of water. As a result of that action, we have farming throughout the year. My people cultivate various crops throughout the year, all year round. They will plant maize, plant rice, harvest rice, plant wheat, all sorts of crops. So my community, the people I represent, are some of the richest in Jigawa State, and I'm proud of that. Secondly, through my bills, the president then approved the creation of a Federal College of Agriculture in Krikasama. Um, it is in the process of taking off now. I did that deliberately because our farming system has been for a long time a traditional one with minimal application of science and technology. Therefore, the creation of a Federal College of Agriculture will afford my people the opportunity to apply science practically to the practice of agriculture. And this will not only contribute towards success of the government's intention and aspirations objective towards food security, but it will also improve the earnings, the economy of not only the area, but of Nigeria in general. I also noticed that being an agrarian society, rural communities, my area was disadvantaged in terms of education. I also sponsored a bill on the creation of a Federal College of Education in Borneo. The aim being to provide adequate manpower that will handle teaching in primary and secondary schools. That school is also in the process of taking off very soon. It will take off. This was also a sponsored bill that was President Tinubu. This is one of the first actions he did in my constituency was to give me a Federal College of Education. I've also created, through my constituency projects, a lot of ICT centers to bring my people up to date with the happenings in the information technology education. I've, in all my three local governments, I built ICT centers and equipped them with computers with which our children are being educated. Uh, I've also I'm also making efforts towards improving, creating dams. There's a proposal right now on ground to construct a very big dam in areas that do not have enough supply of uh, water so that the water can be captured, stored in reservoirs uh, for utilization during the dry season. Um, in terms of in the area of security also, because there is preponderance of theft of animals and farm produce, people, my people after um their farming, they store those grains in sacks in their houses. But because of the knowledge that those grains are stored in bags, there are some specialized group of thieves who invade those communities and take away those grains in uh, buses and take them out of those villages. I have also provided security lights. Uh, right now, as I'm speaking to you, over 30 communities have been provided with solar powered street lights and more. My intention before the end of the year, about 100 villages, 100 communities we provided with full uh, comprehensive solar street lighting. I'm also doing road projects because I've told you that there is a rural community, a rural agriculture resources. Uh, they lack accessible roads with which to convey their farm produce. Uh, Efforts are being made to make sure that access roads are constructed for uh, all those communities. These are the these are in brief some of my strides. I've also built in a lot of uh, classrooms for secondary and primary schools with a view to increasing the enrollment of pupils into those schools. I've also provided nomadic communities also with classrooms with a view to getting them settled down in one place to get their children educated. These and many more are part of my agenda and aspiration before the end of uh, the tenure of this government in 2027. I didn't even mention to you uh, uh, the projects in terms of providing those rural communities with clean pipe-borne water, just like uh, the people in bigger cities. I didn't even mention this. There are a lot of that, and will continue this year alone. Uh, about 500 million has been allocated for rural water supply in my constituency. And before uh, the end of this year, those funds will be applied towards uh, rural water supply. Uh, that is in addition to what had been supplied in those previous years.
What has been the driving force for Honorable Hassan Fulata, a nine-time member of the House of Representatives?
Simple. I don't lie. I'll tell them the truth. I know there are problems. I am accessible. I visit my constituency every week. Every week. Unless I travel or I'm sick. I'm always there with them. I've been part and parcel of their problems and aspirations. This is the secret. I'm always available. Those things that I can do, I tell them by the grace of God, I will do. Those things that are impossible to do or accomplish, I will tell them to be patient, or I will tell them frankly that this thing is not possible. I cannot afford. So I'm always truthful to my people. I'm very straightforward with them. I stay with them and I'm accessible. Uh, During the contest for the 2023 election, I did not buy my phone. My form for 10 million was purchased by my people, and they organized a very big ceremony to hand over the form to me. This is what it takes to be open with their people. A number of people make the mistake to think that politics is about deception, about telling lies. Politics is not about deception. If you deceive people, it will not take them long for them to realize that you have been deceptive and they will desert you. For that, I'm very grateful to my people for their support. And I assure them that I will continue to do my best to deliver dividends of democracy to my people.
Born and raised in Nigeria, Honorable Hassan Fulata embarked on his academic journey at the Ahmadu Bello University ABU Zaria, where he graduated in 1985. Driven by his passion for knowledge and his commitment to service, he took up lecturing as a career in the Department of Sociology at ABU Zaria. In recognition of the need for practical experience in governance, he ventured into politics, serving as a member of the Senate at Ahmadu Bello University and later as Director of Research, Evaluation and Political Affairs in the Jigawa State Government. Honorable Hassan Fulata's political journey would then take him to Abuja, Nigeria's capital, where he served in various capacities, including Special Assistant to the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Manager of South-South Operations at the Petroleum Equalization Fund. There is no denying the fact that Honorable Hassan Fulata possesses an unparalleled pedigree of accomplishments as a politician, an academic, a diplomat, and an administrator, and it is a consensus among his constituents, political allies, and friends that his legacies will endure.